Why is my Fire TV stick buffering?
I'm assuming your internet service provider isn't throttling your internet connection.
No, and before you ask, no, I'm not trying to use the phone for a mobile hotspot internet connection and getting interference from other devices.
You could switch to a lower resolution to decrease the demand for bandwidth and memory.
That defeats the whole purpose of having high definition.
Then download the video before you watch it so you don't have buffering problems.
First, I don't want to wait that long. Second, not all apps and content sources let you do that.
This is a common problem with the Kodi app. An alternative is using the Fire TV app Crackle instead.
If I were happy with Crackle, I wouldn't have tried using Kodi and similar apps.
Sometimes the problem is due to TV add-ons like Genesis. Removing some of them can improve the buffering problem.
It isn't like I'm trying to run several apps at once.
If you're trying to watch video via one app and trying to upload content via another, you'll see buffering.
The closest thing I have to multitasking when watching TV is texting that I'm watching TV.
Remember that they may be updating in the background and certainly consume resources, which can lead to buffering problems.
So remove a few apps and hope it is fixed.
You can also switch apps and see if it is just that app, like if HBO Go runs without problems but Kodi does have buffering problems.
HBO Go has more people and server resources than smaller companies like Kodi. But the issue isn't just one app.
If you have buffering on all the apps, you know it is either the Fire TV or the connection that's the problem. If it is specific to an app, you can try updating the app or updating the Fire TV and then updating the app.
I might as well reboot the Fire TV, except I don't know how.
Unplug it for 30 seconds and hope it works. But removing the one bad app and reinstalling it and removing others you don't use to free up resources can help.
That doesn't help me if it is the Fire TV.
If you have something wireless near the TV that causes RF interference, you'll get buffering problems.
So move my wireless connection for the gaming console away from the TV?
Or anything else wireless that may be messing with the connection. Conversely, you can move the wireless router closer to the TV and make sure it has a good signal.
I might as well get an HDMI extension cable for the Fire TV or network cable for the gaming console to connect it to the internet, then I don't have wireless interference causing a problem, unless the problem is the router.
If the buffering is seen on all the apps, sure, reboot the router and see if that fixes the problem. However, it won't solve buffering if the issue is limited to when you play videos from local files.
That kind of kills the download it locally and play it solution.
If that's the cause, when you only see buffering if playing files saved on your local network, you could switch to NFS file sharing instead of SMB file sharing.
It sounds like every solution for buffering is lower demand for memory, bandwidth and resources in a world where all of which are being maxed out.